So if you're on the internet looking for how do I maximize the amount of money that I get from the insurance adjuster, or I've been in an automobile collision and I'm hurt, how much is my case worth? This video is for you. It's educational. It's meant to help you understand what makes a case worth money. It gives you a foundation so that when you're making decisions, you have some basic understanding of what makes your case valuable, but it's not legal advice. Legal advice is something you get from a lawyer after the lawyer learns the specific facts and circumstances of your case and then gives you that feedback that tells you what to do next, okay? So if you've been injured in an automobile collision and you're looking for legal advice, you should listen to this video and get that foundation, but you should also call a lawyer, give them the specific facts and circumstances of your case, and then get that feedback from the lawyer that is legal advice. And if you're in California and you've been injured in an automobile collision, you can dial 866-NAPOLIN, ask for me, Alexander Napolin, and I'll give you a free and confidential case evaluation. I'll give you that feedback that will be legal advice. So with that said, let's talk about what makes an automobile accident claim worth money and what things do you need to watch out for and what things do you need to do to maximize your recovery. And then at the end of this video, I'm going to give you some more information about how to help you determine how much your case is actually worth. So listen to all the foundational information I give you. And then at the end, I'm going to give you that last bit of information that's going to be the key that unlocks everything that I've discussed in this video. Okay, so let's begin. The most important thing that you can do to preserve the value of your automobile accident bodily injury claim is get treatment for your injuries as soon as possible. It doesn't matter how injured you are. You can be catastrophically injured, but if you just go home and sit on the couch for 6 months and take over-the-counter medication and smoke weed, your case isn't worth anything. You have to go get treatment for your injuries. You have to get a doctor documenting your pain, your range of motion issues. If you have a head injury that you're not thinking straight, you're having vertigo, you're vomiting, whatever the injuries are, you got to get them documented as soon as possible by a professional. So if you're at the scene of the accident and you're very, very injured, you feel it's an emergency, don't call your mother, your sister, your brother, your cousin, your friend to come pick you up and take you home and put you on the couch. Call 911 and request that an ambulance come to the scene, check you out and take you to the hospital and get all the diagnostic testing that you need. Okay. Now, if you're at home and you're on the couch and you're watching this video because you're like, well, what do I do next? Well, ask your friend, your brother, your sister, your mother, hey, take me to the emergency room, take me to the urgent care. I am experiencing a concussion or head trauma, or I have back pain, I have whiplash, I need to get that checked out. Go there, get medication, have them refer you to any diagnostic testing that you need, and then follow up and get that stuff done. That's the number one thing you need to do. Get medical treatment as soon after the collision as possible for the injuries that you sustained in the collision. If you let too much time go by and you don't get the medical treatment to diagnose your injuries, the insurance adjuster is going to say that treatment wasn't close enough to the incident, and I don't believe that you were injured to the extent that you say you were. Because if you were, you would have gone to get treatment. And you know what? That's a pretty good argument. The jury's probably going to buy that argument. So again, if it's something that's emergency, call 911, go to the hospital. If you haven't done it, go to the doctor as soon as possible. But you might say, hey, Alex, I didn't go get treatment for my injuries right after the collision because I don't have health insurance. And there was no way I was going to be able to pay for all those bills, so I just didn't go get checked out. That is extremely common, okay? And if that's you, you need to understand that if the other party caused a collision and they have insurance, that their insurance is going to have to pay for all of those bills. And that if you don't go to get treatment, then their insurance is going to have to pay anything because they're going to claim that you weren't injured in the collision. So don't let the fact that you don't have health insurance prohibit you from going and getting the emergency treatment that you need. It's important for your health, and it's important to preserve the value of your claim. So do it. Now, if you're at home and you're concerned that you can't pay for treatment, there's another option. You call a lawyer, get that legal advice I'm talking about, let the lawyer learn the specific facts and circumstances of your claim, and then have that lawyer give you guidance on what to do next. Okay? The lawyer can likely send you to doctors that will give you medical treatment and document your injuries and get you diagnostic testing, give you physical therapy, pain management, maybe even surgery, and they'll do it on a lien basis, which basically means that you only pay from the settlement proceeds that you eventually collect from the party who caused the collision. Just like your lawyer, who will charge a contingency fee, doctors on a lien will wait and withhold the final collection of payment until you get the money to pay them. Now, you might say, hey, Alex, well, doesn't that mean I'm not going to get anything from my case? If the doctors get a lien on my case, I'm not going to get anything because they're going to take all the money. Well, first of all, the doctor's bills and the reports that they generate, the injuries that they document are what makes your case valuable. So if you don't go and get medical treatment, then forget about it. You're not going to get any money on your claim because the insurance adjuster is going to say you're not injured. And number two, if you use your own insurance or you go and you generate cash bills, you're going to have to pay those doctors back anyways, because even your own health insurance gets a lien on the settlement proceeds from the third party. If you use workers' comp, it gets a lien on your settlement proceeds that the adjuster pays you. If you use private doctors on a lien, they get a lien on the settlement money that you ultimately get from the other party's insurance adjuster. So you don't get out of paying medical bills from your settlement proceeds. Doesn't matter if you get them on a lien or you get them on a cash basis, or you get them on workers' comp, or you get them on your own health insurance, or you get them from Medicare or Medi-Cal or any state program. You have to pay those doctors' bills or the health insurance back from your settlement proceeds. So again, get medical treatment right away. Get it on a lien if you have to. Call a lawyer if you need help and you need legal advice. Now, there's other things that you can do to make sure that you maximize the amount of money that you get on your claim. It's not just about getting treatment right away. It's also about following up on care. Knowing what the other party's insurance policy can pay for is also extremely important. You need to tell the insurance adjuster of the other party to ask their insured to release to you the insurance policy limits that you can potentially get. Sometimes their insured says release them. Sometimes their insured says, I don't want the other party to know. Sometimes the insurance adjuster doesn't even ask and just says, oh, they won't release them to you. Now, you need to understand that if you hire a lawyer, the lawyer is going to be able to run an investigation on the defendant, the person who caused the collision, and get that information to help you make decisions. Because the next thing you need to understand about maximizing your insurance claim is how much treatment can you get before the policy exhausts. And if you overtreat before making the demand, then you're basically racked up too many doctor's bills, and now you got to pay them all back from the settlement when you should have made that demand much sooner, much quicker. So the timing of your demand might be very, very important. So you're following up on medical treatment, but make sure that there's enough policy to pay for that. Otherwise, you should have just asked for the policy sooner, negotiated with the insurance company, taken the money that you can, and then shifted the cost of future treatment onto your own health insurance or onto the state plan or some other way, right? So getting medical treatment right away, understanding the insurance policy limit, following up on treatment to the extent that you can to maximize the amount of money that you get from the insurance company that actually stays in your pocket, right? So what's the key to everything? The thing that I told you I was going to share with you that you need to understand to maximize the amount of money that the insurance company is going to pay you? You need to call a lawyer and you need to get legal advice. If you don't get legal advice, then you're not going to be able to maximize the amount of money that the insurance adjuster is going to pay you, because you're going to need to strategize. You're going to need to have the right tactics. Things that I haven't discussed here, I'm going to discuss with you in private. Give me a call. My name's Alexander Napolin. Dial 866-NAPOLIN. I'll give you a free and confidential case evaluation. I'll help you make the best decisions. I'll help you maximize the value of your bodily injury claim. If you've been involved in an automobile collision, I highly suggest that you subscribe to my channel and you watch the videos that are going to pop up right here on the screen. It's the automobile accident injury playbook that I put together. It's a playlist on YouTube right here that has little short 2 to 3 minute videos. Watch all the videos in that playlist and really become an expert, give you that foundational knowledge that you need to maximize the amount of money that you get out of your automobile accident injury claim.